Good morning. Welcome to Streaming Storytime. My name is Mr. Ed, and I'm very excited that you're here today. We're going to be reading two really wonderful books about the swamps. So we'll wait just a moment. If you want to put something in the comment section, I'd love to hear from you. And uh, today's books are about swamps. And those are really, really wonderful, kind of magical places. Um, so these are the two books we're going to read. Swamp Chomp. Look at the big alligator there. And the other book is called A Frog in the Bog. And bog is just another word for swamp. So, what are swamps? They're very wonderful places where the land and the water kind of get all mixed up together. And it's kind of hard to figure out where the water stops and the land begins. So here's a picture, a painting, a drawing of a swamp. And you can look at all the wonderful animals that are there. And that's another thing that makes swamps so wonderful is all the different kind of animals. See all the water that there is? And you see all the trees. You can have trees in a swamp, but it's kind of a flooded forest. And swamps are all over the world. And one of the most famous is right here in Georgia, and it's called the Okefenokee Swamp. And it's called one of the seven natural wonders of Georgia. So swamps are really, really, really fascinating places. And we're going to have a lot of fun reading these books. And we're going to have a visit from five little friends from the swamp. So get ready for that. So I always like to read this quote, which is a wonderful quote, a wonderful saying from Dr. Seuss. Who doesn't like Dr. Seuss? And this is Cat in the Hat. And he says, the more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go. One of the places you could go is to visit a swamp. You might have to take a boat, but it's a wonderful place to see. And again, what makes a swamp? It's so wet. There's so much water, which is very different from, say, a desert where it's very dry. So I see Zoe is with us. Hi, Zoe. It's so good to see you. Well, I don't see you, you see me, but I know you're there. So let's do our first book, and it's called Swamp Chomp. That's kind of hard to say, huh? Swamp Chomp. And it was written by Lola M. Schaefer. And the wonderful drawings were done by Paul Mizell. And what do you see on the cover? A big alligator, and he's chomping a little fish. Those are one of the things that an alligator eats. And again, look at all the wonderful animals in the swamp. We're going to see what all of these are. In the swamp, water ripples. See all the water? Mosquitoes flit, sit. Dragonflies swoop, dip. Look at the dragonflies. And see all the mosquitoes? crawfish crawl, carry. And you see the crawfish? They have pincers like this, and they can carry, if they grab a fish, a little fish, they can carry it in their pincers. Bullfrogs wait, lay. Look at the big bullfrog. Fish glide, guard. Look at all the different kind of fish. Can you see the long, skinny green one and the beautiful blue fish here? And it's kind of a funny looking red fish. There's all these kind of different fish in the swamp because there's so much water. Turtles bob. Can you find the turtle? He's right here. Look how camouflaged he is. He blends in with the background. Well, you know what? This is a she because she laid eggs right here. And you see that? Did you know all this stuff goes on in the swamp? Eyes rise, watch. What is that? That's a big, strong alligator. And look at this one. They swim underwater and then they come up, just their eyes come up to see what's going on. These are all the sounds in the swamp. You would think it would be very quiet. But look, hum. The mosquitoes are humming. Simmer, the sun simmering. Bellow. The frog is bellowing. They make very deep sounds. Plop. The frog is plopping into the water. Splash. The turtle is splashing into the water. Scratch. What could that be? That's the little crawfish. Sometimes they say crayfish. The crawfish is at the bottom of the pond scratching around. And drone. Here are some more dragonflies. Look, they're all different colors, blue and orange and yellow. And what are these up here? These are the turtles sunning on the log. See there? Swish. Oh my gosh. Look at the alligators. They swish their tails back and forth. Mosquitoes nibble. Can you see what that is? Look, that's a little deer. And the mosquitoes are on him. He may have to flick his head and flick his ears to get rid of them. Dragonflies circle and slurp. How do you think a dragonfly can slurp? Look. And Vicky joined us. Hi, Vicky. How can dragonflies slurp? Do you see? He caught a little insect. Crawfish grab, munch. See the pincers? The little crawfish caught a little fish. Bullfrogs pounce. Look, this bullfrog caught a little insect. And so did this one. That's how they all eat. Fish jump, swallow. Look at all the fish. Sometimes the fish will jump out of the water. Can you imagine? See all the fish. Now we're under the water in the swamp. Turtles dive, snap. Did you know turtles can snap? Look at this one. He caught a little fish. And there's another turtle swimming. He's trying to catch fish. All this is going on in the swamp. And now we're back to the alligators. Alligators chomp. Look at that big mouth and the teeth. Look at that. Water ripples in the swamp. That's the picture we were looking at before. And here are the animals. See, the alligator catches the turtle, turtle catches the frog, frog catches the fish, fish catches the crawfish catches the dragonfly, and what does the dragonfly catch? The mosquito. So that's a wonderful book about the swamp called Swamp Chomp. Now, I promised you we were going to be visited by 5 little friends from the swamp. And here they come. They're 5 little frogs that are coming to visit us from the swamp. And they have a little nursery rhyme to sing. That's 3 of them. 4. And here's the 5th one. 5 little friends. 5 little green frogs from the swamp. And they have a little nursery rhyme. And it goes like this. 5 little frogs sitting on a log. One jumps off. He's going to jump off. Ooh, and swims away. 4 little frogs sitting on a log. Another one jumps. He's going to jump, just like the frogs in the book. But 3 want to stay. 3 little frogs sitting on a log. Just one blinks. See that? Another one may. 3 little frogs sitting on a log. 2 hop off. Oh my gosh, 2. 1, 2. Now you'll say, 1 little frog sitting on a log. Will he, won't he, swim or stay? Will he stay with us? I think he sees a fish, so he's going to jump. He's going to swim away as well. So that's our 5 little friends. Let's take one last look at them. And frogs usually are green. Here they are again. These are our 5 little frogs. So we saw frogs in the swamp. We saw fish, crawfish, dragonflies, all these animals in the swamp. So this is our second book, and it's a lot of fun. It's called A Frog in the Bog. And bog is just another word for swamp. And this book was written by Karma Wilson and Joan Rankin. Let's see what's going on. There's a frog on the log in the middle of the bog. Look at him right here. A small green frog on a half-sunk log in the middle of the bog. He flicks one tick as it creeps up a stick. One tick in the belly of a small green frog on a half-sunk log in the middle of the bog. See, he caught the little tick. Would you want to eat a tick? No, but frogs do. And the frog grows a little bit bigger. See, he ate, so he's getting a little bigger. He sees 2 fleas, and they leap through the reeds. See the reeds? The reeds are like long, very long, tall grass. See the fleas? 1 tick, 2 fleas in the belly of the frog on a half-sunk log in the middle of the bog. And the frog grows a little bit bigger. See, he's sitting on the log. He's getting a little big because he's eating. He spies three flies. See, one, two, three, as they buzz through the skies. One tick, two fleas, three flies. Oh my! In the belly of the frog on a half sunk log in the middle of the bog. And the frog grows a little bit bigger. See there? As he glugs for slugs, as they slink through the sludge. Look at the slugs. One tick, two fleas, three flies. Oh my! Four slugs. Ooh, ugh! In the belly of the frog, on the half-sunk log, in the middle of the bog. And the frog grows a little bit bigger. Look how big he is now. He inhales 5 snails from their heads to their tails. Look, they're as big as he is. He's really eating. One tick, two fleas, three flies. Oh my! Four slugs. Ooh, ugh. And 5 slimy snails in the belly of the frog on a half-sunk log in the middle of the bog. What a hog, that frog. And the frog grows a little bit bigger. Look how big he is. Then, what do you think is going to happen? That log with the frog in the middle of the bog starts to rise, and the frog sees eyes. What do you think that is? And the frog sees claws and a big set of jaws and a mouth like a crater, and the frog screams, "Gator!" It's an alligator. With his mouth open wide, all the bugs inside start to crawl and fly and to slither and slide. Out come 5 snails from their heads to their tails. 4 slugs, ooh, ugh. 3 flies, oh my. 2 fleas, dear me. And 1 tiny tick, ick. And right in the middle of his holler, that frog grows a whole lot smaller. "See you later," says the gator, as he romps through the swamp, 'cause the itty bitty frog isn't big enough to chomp. The bugs in the bog keep away from the frog, and the frog never sits on a half-sunk log. Wasn't that amazing? It was a log, he thought, but it really was an alligator. And he got out of there just in time. So those are our 2 books about swamps, and there's so many more to check out in the library. Again, this is Swamp Chomp and A Frog in the Bog. So one last thing is September is library sign-up month. So you could go to the website of the library, that's www.fulcolibrary.org, and get a library card and read about swamps and all kind of different places. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed those books and that you find others in the library to read about swamps or any other places you might want to go. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you later, alligator.